My name is Lisa Franks and I live in my wheelchair-accessible campervan. I like to share my outdoor adventures and provide information on how to make life on the road accessible. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to Alex. He has a homemade wheelchair lift in his campervan. It's budget-friendly and just might offer a practical solution and inspire others to get on the road themselves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. I am really excited about today's video because I think it could be really useful for somebody out there. The whole point of this YouTube channel that I started is to inspire people to go on their own adventures and showcase what is possible, and I think today's video will really hit that mark. A few days ago, I was in San Diego to meet a friend, and I was pushing my wheelchair up a hill, and I passed another wheelchair user who was going down the hill, and I kind of did the head nod, as we do, right? And then he stopped and he said, "Hey, you're the girl that helped me with my van." And I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. So I turned around and he explained to me that he had seen a tour of my van on the Tiny Home Tours YouTube channel. And then he reached out to me on Instagram. And so I looked back and yeah, we'd had some conversations on Instagram where he had asked me a bunch of questions about my van, what it was like to be on the road with a disability. And I kind of gave him some answers and helped him along with his own campervan journey. That interaction was really special to me because it validated why I have this YouTube channel, why I'm putting information out on the internet, and it just made me feel really good to know that some of the trials and tribulations I went through and problem solved through helped somebody else on their van life journey. So the guy's name was Alex, and he was gracious enough to let me come see his van and film an incredible thing that he's done, and he's actually built his own wheelchair lift into the van. You may have seen a video I did previously about all the accessible features in my camper van, and I break down the cost of each one. I'll link the video below if you have not had a chance to see it yet. In that video, I showcase the wheelchair lift that I have in my van. It's called a Super Arm, and it's a really unique style of vehicle lift. It just lifts myself and my wheelchair right up into the vehicle. And I love that lift because it's compact and I don't need a lot of room next to me to park, so I can almost fit into a regular parking space. It's a great design, but it is very costly. My wheelchair lift was $15,000 3 years ago, and I believe the prices have gone up. Alex designed his lift to work very similar to mine. It picks him and his wheelchair up, but he did it with regular parts that were not built for adaptive use. Get this, he actually used a crane lift that is meant for picking up engines out of vehicles and other applications like that. He found this crane lift on Vevor.com. I will also link that below. And him and his friend just did a few modifications to make it work for his van and for what he needed. I think is very ingenious, and best of all, it's very affordable. When I was building my van, I could not find many resources at all on how to make this life wheelchair accessible. So I've been on a mission to try and get that information out there, and I'm so excited to be able to share some of the solutions other people have come up with. First off, I do want to apologize. There was a lot of background noise in the parking lot. There were planes flying overhead, people talking, but I thought that the information he had was so valuable. I just wanted to get a video out there for you, even if the quality was poor. Without further ado, here is Alex demonstrating his DIY campervan wheelchair lift.
So, just the crane rig setup. And what I do is I just have these little risers for my chair. The back ones are a little longer, so it just kind of sets me back. So I just hook up the front end. And then I grab hold of these guys like some blood risers. Then I hook the back up It has these little like snake bike fittings, so like they just snap in. And then out I go. Oh, I think that's it. Trash can. Hold on.
Just hanging.
Down I go. Ooh, and I had the smart drive on there. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can. I do it with the smart drive too. And then it's easy to unclip. It's just two little buttons. So boom, boom.
It's pretty slick. Whew.
Yeah, it works.
Does it rotate 90 degrees at the top or even more? Like it goes from this position and then...
So I don't allow it to go. You see that little piece of metal?
Yeah. Like
so
the...
that stops it.
Gotcha.
There.
Oh, so you can...
Just so it doesn't hit my TV or
Yeah,
like anything like
but
that.
it would go further if you wanted, like...
If I wanted it to. I don't feel a need for it to go any further.
No, I get it.
But like, yeah, you could swing it around in there if you wanted to.
Cool. Yeah, how do you keep it from swinging when you're driving?
So
You
when
attach
I
it?
want to, like in this situation, I got these little... I'll just hook it right there.
Right. Okay. $600, he said?
$600.
US dollars. That's unreal.
Beats the standard traditional ramps.
Yeah. And the only modifications you did were the blocks to stop it from tilting or like spinning all the way around, basically?
No, I think there is a like the this pipe, see this?
Yeah.
Oh, so he extended the column.
Okay.
He just slid that column like into this one.
Right.
And then welded it.
Yeah.
To make it longer.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we did do to it. As far as customization goes. And those little blocks up there, like stoppers to keep it from like swinging around and whatnot. And then we just drilled a little notch on the side so I can lock it down. I just twist it and it locks down the whole head so it doesn't swing around at all when I'm driving. So yeah, there was some customization involved. There's a light on it too. So can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a light on it. There's little foam blocks on there to like protect the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was some work done to it.
But I mean, a day's work.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Like, this is like, you know, a little longer so I could reach it from, you know, from anywhere. So that's customized for sure.
It's from Vevor.
Yeah, Vevor. Vevor, I don't know, I think if you just look up just crane lifts, it should pop up in there somewhere. I don't remember specifically what it was designed for. It's probably like a car lift or something like that, but I think they just sell one particular kind, so if you type it in there, it should pull up immediately with like 3 different weight ranges. That one's like the 2,300 pounds, so it's a little beefier.
Alex has only had a spinal cord injury for 2 years, and I am majorly impressed that he is doing van life so soon. His van build isn't completed, but it's enough for him to get around, and he showed me some of the tips and tricks that he incorporated in his build. He actually removed the passenger seat, which gives him way more room inside and makes the transfer into the driver's seat much easier. Alex took some other ideas from my van tour, such as this outdoor shelf. I can reach things without having to go back inside the van. I also added an extra piece of flooring that covers the step to get into the van. This gives me much more room inside to maneuver my wheelchair and turn it around. It still has storage underneath it, and people can use the step if they're visiting and need that little bit of extra help to get inside the van. Alex combined the two ideas, and he has the extra flooring that goes over the step with storage that can be accessed from the outside. The nice thing about this setup is that the step is always available and easy to use, and in the dark there's even a light to help make it visible. Alex also installed the bed lift that I came up with, and this is just a bench next to the bed with an actuator. So by transferring onto the bench, the lid of the bench actually rises to the height of the bed. Alex and I each have a mountain bike that we travel with, and we store ours under our bed, which makes the bed really high, and so this actuator helps solve the problem of how we transfer to that height.
I got my diesel heater right there. This. So if I wanted to shower or like whatever, I have 21 gallons of fresh water.
Where?
Water hookups right here. You just pop this sucker in there, turn on the water. The water heater is remote controlled.
Nice.
So you got hot water.
It's electric.
Yep. And then I have.
Where's your water tank?
It's underneath the vehicle. Yeah.
Smart.
And then these little guys here are for a shower curtain. I have a shower curtain that goes across from one side to the other. So like you could shower out here kind of in some privacy, you know.
Do you use your commode to shower on?
I did. Well, I haven't used it yet, honestly. But
yeah,
that's the plan. Commode chair, transfer, shower back here. But I'll use this so far as like to wash dogs. Yeah.
Sweet.
And the bike is similar to like your setup a little bit. Like there's the winch. You can see my little hand control gizmo here, and yeah, I could just pretty much yank it out myself.
Do you have ramps? Or those
those are
ATV
ramps beneath it. So
the metal ones,
the winch does all the work for pulling it back in. And you seen the winch setup the other day, how it's in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So it just pops out the floor right behind the bike and attaches to the rear axle. So when I want to hook it back up, I just attach the rear axle and it just draws it back in. Sorry it's such a mess.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a mess at all. It's just we got a lot of stuff in a small space. It's organized, you know where everything is. Alex said he is willing to help people if they have questions about how he designed his lift. So if you have anything you'd like to ask Alex, you can find him on Instagram. It's Roaming Maverick, and I'll link that below. If you found this video useful at all, or you want to come along with me on some outdoor adventures, please don't forget to subscribe. You can also go back and watch some videos I've already posted. That would really help me as I build my channel. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, remember to keep it wheel.